I think I've started it. Let me
Have
just
you
check
started?
I have. Yeah. You can
Okay. I know I'm going to have to start with an Australian accent.
This is
I
the
can't
awkward
not
bit.
do it. I was thinking about this last night. I was like, this is the funny bit. I can't not do it in an Australian accent.
Yeah, true. I know what you mean. Oh, this is my favourite song in this.
Oh, one short
day
day in the Emerald City. Forget this.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome to our new podcast, Beyond the Credits.
Beyond the Credits.
My name's Ella.
And I'm Emily.
And yeah, we're
here.
We're excited to do this.
I know. It's been, how long have we had this idea?
Since,
in all fairness.
I'd say since the start of the year, because when did I start work? That's where I came up with the idea.
In all fairness, yeah, it was you. You sent me a message and I was like,
yeah, basically,
how have I not thought about this?
No, that's so true. I started a job where I could work whilst listening to things, and we've always both been very interested in film. We both want to go into the entertainment industry in some shape or form. And when Cannes Film Festival was on, I remember thinking I need a good outlet, a good source of information. And instead of, because I was finding it on people's like reviews and blogs of people that I follow, and there was just like no podcast. Maybe I did scour, but maybe I just didn't find the right ones. I feel like nowadays all the podcasts are just either film related podcasts are either not solely film, they're also like TV and just pop culture in general, or they're reviews or interviews.
They don't cover as much ground for me. I'm one of them people who wants to listen to a podcast. I mean, I listen to music, but a lot of the time I'm like,
I get a bit bored of music.
I get bored of music and I just want to listen to a podcast, preferably a film podcast.
Yeah.
Anything that covers a lot of ground, anything that just entices me. And there's not a lot out there, I don't think. And there's a massive gap for a couple of two northern gals.
I know, so I thought, who's
just
better? I proposed the idea to Emily and I was like, what about, I mean, whenever we meet up, we talk about the whole film industry anyway, so we thought, well, why not record these conversations? So we just thought we'd start a little podcast of us
not going to the cinema,
a bit of an
chatting about films.
we're having a bit of an informal chat just about, as I say, this would be our normal conversation anyway, so we just thought, why not film it and put it out somewhere, because God knows where this can lead. But
well, there's going to be no airs and graces.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no filters between me and Ella, so you have been warned right now. You've been warned, and we just love film. We love film. We love stories. I think we are we're creative beings in general. I want to produce and I want to write. I think my strongest skills lie in screenwriting. I do have that typical thing of like, I write it and then the words I've got to go with. You start writing it and you're like, you're not very good. I think we all have that. I just think I have a lot of things to say in general in life, and I feel like the best thing for me is to formulate it into something.
And you are very good with words. I mean, you did English lit at uni.
Yeah. So we are academic queens. I couldn't decide whether to do English lit or history, so I did both, which I loved. And to be fair, Christopher Nolan couldn't get into film school, so he went and did English lit degree. I think it was English lit or English language.
And look
Chris,
at now.
when you watch this, just DM me and let me know what it was.
And I still kind of brought film into my degree, because for my dissertation,
I told Colin this last night.
Talked about my I can't remember a word for it, but like the title of my dissertation, what it was based on was power dynamics and gender roles within Hollywood and the entertainment industry, with focus on Harvey Weinstein and Roger Ailes. So it was I mean, I obviously had to research for it, but I had a very good understanding of it anyway, because I've followed it since it first became a movement. I'm on similar lines. I want to produce eventually, but I don't know at the moment if I'd like to work for a production company or if I would like to work on set first, or both. I mean, beggars can't be choosers in this industry, really, can they?
That's
you kind of got
to
take every opportunity you can get.
Well, that's kind of why what I'm doing at the minute is freelance work for a production company in London, but they are VFX. They are post-production. I do not want to go into VFX. However, it is something to get on the CV, isn't it? It's something to get on the CV. And you can say you've been a runner for a production company at the end of the day. So
no, exactly. It's like seeking out the opportunity. The industry doesn't hand you anything on a plate, does it? So you've got to really seek those opportunities out. Yeah, we just thought this would be a good outlet for our film knowledge, and
because we know
what we talk
so
about
much.
anyway. We know so much, but we thought as a first episode introduction style thing, we would go through our top 4 Letterboxd favourites, i.e. my dream question to be asked on a red carpet by someone with that mic that has Letterboxd branding around
I want
it.
to be like that person. Oh my God, I love Letterboxd.
Oh my God.
I love Letterboxd
Yeah,
so
literally.
much.
In the moment, I feel like I go blank. I'd be like, oh.
I don't know.
No,
Okay.
I've got mine down to a T.
Well, we're going to guess each other's Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Shall I start with yours?
Yeah, I really don't think I'm going to be very good with yours, but
I don't think I'm going to be very good for yours. I'm trying to think what posters you have on your wall upstairs. Ella's got film posters on her wall. Can we just take dedication to, like, can we just compare what is on Ella's wall versus what's on mine? You've got film posters. You've got Chicago, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've got La La Land.
Yeah.
What else do you have a Lady Bird one?
No.
You have a Greta Gerwig film.
I had Barbie in uni.
Oh, did you?
But I don't have Barbie now. Because Barbie died a death when I moved out of uni.
Yeah.
The poster.
Yeah.
How many do I have? I have 3 on the back wall, 2 on the front.
What do you... This is going to be...
So you've done... no, you haven't.
Oh,
Chicago.
I knew you had Pulp. I knew you had Pulp.
I'm giving you that, yeah. Pulp Fiction, Chicago, La La Land, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, dear, really? Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Am I just realising now how much of a Tarantino girl you are?
Yeah, I love Quentin Tarantino. My dream is... When I first watched, I used to, like, share loads of stuff on my Instagram story back in the day. Like, I used to have a film highlight on my Instagram story. I don't anymore. Yeah. Film and Arts, they were called, because I thought artsy girl. But when I went to go and see Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood when it came out, I, like, put something, like, shared it and was like, unreal. And then I put, please cast me Quentin.
You'd be swell in a Quentin film.
Thank you.
I do. In relation to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I thought that... I was thinking about this last night. I just, like, there was no plot for me. But I think that was his intention, though. I saw him at Cannes basically saying, I just wanted to do, like, a day in the life.
Yeah.
You know? That's my shitty Quentin Tarantino. But I love him, and I love his creative agenda, and I love the fact that he is so inherently grounded in what he wants to do. He always, like, combats and kind of calls out people who are very, very opposed to the amount of violence that is in his films, and he says, but it's film, you can do whatever the fuck you want, excuse our French. And I don't know, I feel like, to be honest, I haven't seen every Quentin Tarantino film. I've seen about 3.
Have you seen Inglourious Bastards?
I've seen that. I actually really like that, and I do.
Have you seen Django Unchained?
I've seen Django, and I've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I don't know, I feel like he's, for me...
But she's not seen the main one.
I've not seen Pulp... No, we're going to get cancelled before I even start. I haven't seen Pulp Fiction. I'm really sorry.
Shocking. What I like about him is he does do very different genres of film. Like, no film is like, oh, that's similar to the last one. Oh, that's giving the same vibes as da-da-da. Like, do you know what I mean? They're all very... They're very standalone films.
The world he creates and the atmosphere it's just so seamless, and it just... I don't think there's many directors that can create the kind of sets and the kind of dynamics and bring all the different elements together.
Yeah.
In a way that is so immersive. Like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the aesthetic of it, the sheer ambience, the score, his aura is so magnetic. However, for that particular film for me, there was just not enough plot.
I just enjoyed how fun it was. Like, I just thought it was... I mean, not the ending, obviously, but...
Oh, the ending was quite sad.
Yeah, it was really sad there. Yeah. And, I mean, obviously, the fact that it's based on...
I adored her in that film.
Yeah. I thought she was... I'm in the movie. And she says, oh.
It is, yeah.
I thought I just think it's really fun, and I think also why the poster's in my room is because the poster is a very aesthetically pleasing poster.
Yeah,
in my opinion. I mean, with a name like Quentin Tarantino, you're destined for stardom. Let's be real.
I'm gonna get you a T-shirt for your birthday that I've seen many people wear, and it does say written and directed by Quentin Tarantino.
I really want the one that says written and directed by Sofia Coppola as well.
Oh yes, she's brilliant.
Right, I'm gonna guess yours.
Okay, you guess mine. 'Cause I'm going off on a tangent now.
No, you guess mine. You guess mine.
Okay, I know. One of them for definite. We said this before. This is very easy. La La Land.
Yeah.
Tell me why.
I have got notes here, by the way, because I want to
speak from the soul.
Speak from the soul.
I can't. I have so many notes.
I mean, it is just a true love letter to cinema. I think it's so real. The script is so real. Some parts of the film are a bit, you know, like no one's flying in Griffith Observatory.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay, that's unrealistic, but I think he does it so well. The cinematography of that film
is.
I have watched it. I'm not kidding. I think I must have watched it maybe 9 times.
Is that your favourite facet of it? The cinematography?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think it's just so aesthetically pleasing. You could screenshot any point of the film.
It is beautiful.
And it's just an unreal picture.
Did you cry when you watched it for the first time?
No, I didn't.
Did you not? No.
But
I don't think I did.
when did it come out? 2017?
Yeah, 2017.
So, it could have come out in 2016 because it was in 2017 race.
Really? Is it that old?
Yeah.
Is it?
So how old was I? 14?
We would have been 15.
15?
When did La La Land come out?
So I feel like I wasn't old enough. I did go and see it in the cinema when it first came out because that was the first year I watched the Oscars when La La Land and the Moonlight was the mix-up.
Oh my God, the La La Land.
That's the first year I properly watched award season. So yeah, I just think complete love letter to cinema. Emma Stone is insane. I think at the time I really enjoyed acting, so I thought, resonating. Like I was actually 15 years old doing like GCSE drama. But
I've got it up here. Even the poster, this reminded me of that dance scene.
Yeah.
That dance scene on that little hill. Unreal.
I just love La La Land and Damien Chazelle. I love Whiplash.
Whiplash scarred me. J.K. Simmons is petrifying. That film is a horror film. I refuse to be
No, it
counteracted
is.
on that.
Yeah, I think Damien. I mean, he was so young when he did it as well. There's a behind the scene video where Ryan Gosling is playing piano and Mia, Emma Stone's character, is dancing, and the cameraman he taps on the shoulder, and the cameraman switches and switches and switches, and I just thought, oh my God, that is just. I mean, so simple. Yeah, that was so.
That's one in the jazz bar, isn't it?
Yeah,
where she's dancing.
Literally.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that video.
And the score. For 3 years in a row, one of my top 5 Spotify artists was Justin Hurwitz.
Well, the composer.
He's a composer.
Really? That is obsession.
No,
that is
I know.
Jokes.
Well, I think it's the 3 years I was at uni. So when I used to study and stuff, I would just have that score on in my ear. I could hum that whole score from start to finish.
We should have an episode just you doing
The epilogue, I could hum from start to finish.
Stunning.
It's about 7 minutes long, but I could hum it from start to finish.
See, if I was like that emotionally rooted in the film and I loved it that much, I probably couldn't listen to the score because I think it just distracts me. Certain film scores take me into a realm where maybe it's just my brain and the way I get very easily distracted.
I like music in films is one of the main things that kind of pushes me to like a film even more. Obviously, I can appreciate the storyline, I can appreciate the cinematography, I can appreciate the setting, I can appreciate the actors, of course, but I do think something that does tip it over the edge for me is music, and I think that's why I love musicals. Yeah, music is one of my other ones as well, has a great score. So
even down to the timing of when the nature of the score and even the way in which it's used, like at what moments, like for me, I've fell in love with pieces of music that much more that have been in films when they're used. Like if there's a certain moment where it's like the timing of it is everything. If there's a certain moment where it warrants it and it just pours through, and it adds that emotionality to it, it just you can't. I think it's the emotional attachment of the scene and the song, and it just all comes into fruition. And I think I'm a big one in terms of. I mean, film and cinema in general is, a big old combobulation of different elements and different people from different areas of the industry and different facets all coming together to make something that is like the vision of the person at the head of it. And
I think as well with the whole jazz element of La La Land,
you like jazz music, don't you?
I do like jazz music. I mean, I don't listen to it on a daily basis, but I like the fact that he's brought that into modern day. I think it just kind of gives that nostalgic cinema feel and kind of makes it modern, obviously, because
it is a love letter to film. You are right.
It is.
It
really musicals. Like a love letter to film and love letter to cinema. I just think like that is made to be watched in the cinema.
Oh yeah,
completely. It's made to be watched on the big screen. Exactly. The fact that like that's based off nothing.
You can take like different elements. You can see how this film might have inspired it, or Singing in the Rain, for example. But it still stands on its own. It's not like you think about this film and it's like, this is very heavily inspired by this, that, and the other. He's just like cherry picked different elements of different musicals and different stories, and he's come up with something that's so original. I think that's a very interesting facet. But no, I think score, you can pick as a viewer or as someone who wants to be in the industry, you can pick certain facets of a film that kind of make or break it for you sometimes. That's just the nature of what it is. And I do think I'm with you on that. I think score is a big one. I remember watching the Oscars when Emma Stone won, and I was like, why? Because she kind of is just playing a variation of herself. However, since having watched it and being older, I think you have different perspective on things when you're older. And having watched it again, but not being 15 or whatever, I'm like, oh, wait, no, this is so clever because it's so subtle.
Exactly. And it really resonates. I feel like even if you're not an actress, even if you're not wanting to be an actress, her character resonates in the sense that like she wants something. it's not easy to get. And,
Yeah.
you know, she does just feel like giving up. Like that monologue. Oh,
yeah.
It's not really a monologue. It's one
It's
where
when she's like,
where she's like, what if I'm not good
that
enough?
one.
Yeah,
That one's really good. And what struck me as well was when she's auditioning, and at the beginning of the film, and she's like, and they want like to get like take a call or get a sandwich or something, and she's like, and her face is like that performance isn't. It's not the most Oscar baity performance. There's no big transformation. There's no big sort of, you know, oh my god, it's Emma Stone. It's very much rooted in her physicality and probably her emotionality as well, because it's something she can very much relate to. But you have to give props to something that is so authentic and so just really kind of at the root.
Yeah,
Do you
completely.
know what I mean?
What are my other ones?
Right, Pulp's one of them.
Pulp Fiction, yeah. I mean, we've talked about Tarantino, so I won't properly go into this, but I think it's so stylish and it's not pretentious, but
Is it
just
funny?
does it.
I feel like it is funny.
Yeah,
What I've
and
seen.
even
I've
in
seen
like even in the darker moments, it is funny, and it kind of like gives that like, you know, nice relief.
I watched the overdose scene on Gogglebox. Does that count?
Oh, yeah. I think again the leads in that insane. Like I just
a bit of Travolta.
I just think it takes it's so far from like normal life, the characters, without being like, you know, stupid. I found it as a proper source of escapism in terms of film. Like it really takes you out because it's just completely different to like the lives that normal people lead.
That's what my mum's partner said last night when we were talking about Pulp, and he was like, he remembers going to watch it in the cinema, and he was like, and he's a Scouser, and he was like, and I just remembered it coming on the screen, and like I was transported into a different world. Like he just was like, his films are nothing if not immensely immersive. And the one thing I will say about Tarantino, final point, is that he has managed to maintain, I think, a very childlike sort of aura when it comes to filmmaking. Because some people, I read a quote once that said, creatives, the kids that never grow up. And that really stuck with me. And I feel like he is the film industry's like personification of that, because he just is like, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. If you want to kill Hitler, kill Hitler. It's like, do you know what I mean?
So
it's
true.
brilliant. I just love that.
So my final two are...
Give me a clue. Because I do want to
One of them's Christopher Nolan.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. Interstellar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that. It's not his most obviously critically. It's his second most critically acclaimed film, I would say.
The thing for me with Interstellar is, no matter how many times I watch that film, it will never cease to amaze me how clever the Nolan brothers are when writing that. I understand it's obviously not all of them. They did get help. I put here that they did get help from a physicist.
Yeah.
Because obviously you couldn't just whip that out of nowhere. But I went to go and watch it on IMAX for its like, I think it was 10th anniversary. Oh, it could have been 15th. I'm not too sure.
No, I think it's 10th. Yeah, came out in 2014.
And yeah, I saw it last year, and I literally was just leaving the cinema like, that is so clever. I think Matthew McConaughey's performance is
just
insane.
Matthew McConaughey.
Cooper Worth's story, just full stop, is just...
Yeah, I love Jessica Chastain too.
Yeah, she's fab in that.
It's a great cast, that film.
It's really good cast.
I mean, all his films are stacked.
And I feel like it's almost... There's so many different elements of it, but they all tie together so nicely. And I know that's obviously the point of a lot of films, but yeah,
when it's that complex and the plot is that dense. I mean, listen,
exactly. You've got to lock in. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But,
do you understand?
Yeah. After it's about fourth watch, I've seen it.
Yeah,
I do understand it.
Do you think he wants to? Do you think he makes his films really complex because he wants you to watch it more, so he gets fucking paid more? I don't know. Maybe he does. If so, great tactic.
But I think also the score in that Cornfield Chase.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So far we've had La La Land, Pulp Fiction, Interstellar. You're not going to get this last one.
Love Interstellar.
You have seen it though.
Oh, is it?
It's quite a rogue choice. It is on my wall as well upstairs.
I honestly, give me a clue.
A newer one. It's
a newer one.
It's come out in the past 3 years.
Hang on.
No,
The Holdovers.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I love that film. Love that film. Yeah.
For me, that was a bit. It resembled a little bit of the Poet Society for me in certain ways.
See, the thing is for me, I feel like obviously I watch every single Best Picture nominee every single year without fail. Even if I look at the trailer and I've seen comments about it and you know it's not looking great.
Yeah, it's just something that's personally
not a bit of me. I will go and watch it. I will force myself to watch everything because I think it opens me up to other genres as well. Drag my mum along, make her come with me as well. But,
did you take your mum to Holdovers?
Yeah. I just thought it's like that's such a organic, like, classic. There was no arty-farty messing around with it. It was just a simple, wholesome, original story.
A lot of like deep-rooted sort of trauma within that main character as well.
Exactly. And I think
he was really good in that.
I kind of did wish that he would maybe... I knew he wasn't going to win the Oscar, but I was glad to see him win the SAG.
Oh yeah, the SAG, yeah.
Yeah, I was glad to see him win the SAG. I just think it's a classic. I
don't know why.
I just think it's quite organic, and I just think it's just a normal story instead of, you know, trying to do all these, like, sometimes the plots can get a bit too silly for me, I find. Like, not silly, but do you know what I mean? Like, trying a bit too hard.
Example for me of that is The Substance.
Okay, interesting.
Loved it, but I just thought, my friend recently watched it because I told
Example for me, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
She doesn't like that film at all.
If that film has no haters, I am dead. I really don't like that film. I need to see it again. I need to see it again because some people are like, yeah, but that was what was so good about it. It was so mad. But I was like, how do you find that good?
I feel like me and you have more similarities in terms of what our film takes than differences. I would be really intrigued to see if I really like that, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, you should. You should.
I'm gonna watch it.
But yeah, I think the fact that Dominic Sessa, who is the lead, one of, like, the boy in The Holdovers, they were filming at his campus at school, and they were like, oh, we haven't actually found our lead yet in terms of the boy character. Let's audition some people from your drama.
Oh, nice.
From your drama intake, and he was one of them, and he got that role. And now he's flying.
Why? I wouldn't have thought that. I knew you liked it.
I do love a wholesome film. I just do.
Yeah. Well, a few of mine are really these are wholesome as fuck.
Warms the cockles. Okay, right. We've gone on about mine for too long now. Is one of them Cinema Paradiso?
It is. Well done. Yeah. I watched that. I forced my mum and her partner to watch that the other night, and quite a while ago actually, and they fell asleep, and I could have cried.
The most awful feelings when you try and, like, get someone to watch something that you love and they don't appreciate it as much as you. It's heartbreaking.
Oh my god, that is. Sometimes I said this last night when I was talking to my mum and her partner about it. I was like, sometimes he was like, you know, what describe why film, Emily? And I said, sometimes you can't put it into words, and that's the beauty of it. I cannot put into words the nourishment that film gives me. I adore it. It's the themes of, you know, not say brotherly love, but it's not brotherly love. I honestly can't put into words that film. The favorite thing about it, I would say, not only the plot, just the whole ambience and the essence, even them scenes where all of the... Have you seen Some Paradiso?
Yeah, I have seen it.
Where all of the Italians, this tiny little village, and it's during World War One, I believe, or like the build up to World War Two. You probably got the rise of fascism on the other side. I think it's like a little Sicilian village, and you've got probably the rise of fascism brimming up across the water, and you've got all of these people just like finding immense sort of joy and like an essential escape in these films that are airing, and they don't even care what the films are. They just want to sit and watch it. The wholesome doesn't do it justice for me. I think the little boy in it is so cute and
he's so
wonderful. Cute. It went plot-wise, it went ways that I didn't actually know it would go. I watched it completely blind, knowing that it was one of the classics. Plot-wise, I didn't know the ins and outs of what was happening. I watched it and I just was like, this is like the most... the fire scene, the way it all went, the dynamic between him and his mother, the love story that occurs after. Things just happen and you don't even realise it. And I think the way in which it's structured is so clever because you don't expect it.
Yeah, it's quite subtle, isn't it?
It's quite subtle. And it doesn't try to be too much of like a really dense plot. It is just the story of a film director who is looking back on his life and looking at the people and the one specific person who is the projector in the cinema who just alters everything for him. And it is one of them stories of like, it's so special because it goes to show there's one person in your life who can just alter the entire course of it for the better. As
Lady Gaga said, there could be 100 people in a room, but only one person, yeah.
Literally, and it was the projector and the projectionist. That's not the projector. I find it very difficult to put into words my love for that film. I really should have probably written more notes.
Is that number one?
It's, I don't know, maybe. I watched it, to be fair, I only watched it a couple of years ago.
I remember it that well, so I went and watched it again. But yeah, I do agree it is a great film.
Mm-hmm. I think the dialogue, there's not like too much, the dialogue when it's like, I don't know, there's certain facets of it, like when he leaves the town, the dialogue in those scenes with him and the projectionist is beautiful. Like these little bits of dialogue, these like gems of words and things that just kind of dotted throughout the film. And it's not like rammed in your face, like it's not one of them screenplays that tries to be too sort of advanced. And so probably my favourite facet of it is the score. Ennio Morricone is the best composer of all time. I will die on that hill.
Okay.
I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with him. I love the cinematography. I love the vibrancy of it. I could go on about that film until I am dead.
Love that.
It's beautiful. It's a love letter to cinema as well as that. Like,
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, next one.
One that I would class as a very autumnal film is Good Will Hunting. And
It is a very autumnal film. That's my wild card.
Okay.
The dialogue. I also love, not just in terms of the films themselves, but how they came about is like a big thing. There's another film in this where how the film came to be is, I love that story as much as I love the actual film itself. And when you look at it all in context and you see how it came to fruition, especially for Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, two jobbing actors who had done little bits here and there.
And they took their mums to the Oscars.
They took their mums to the Oscars. These two, like, literally 6, 7-year-old lads, just like, Matt Damon I think was 24 maybe.
Yeah, they were young.
They were really young, and they're just like little Bezzy mates from Boston. And no film for me compares to that in terms of dialogue.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest points are the scene on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams, perfect. I think they had to cast like someone who was like a known actor, because I don't think the company would have commissioned it had it not have been, if they'd just been them two. And they really ploughed on for Robin Williams. Mm-hmm. And could you imagine any other person doing that?
No.
He is gold. He's one of, if not my favourite actors. I just think the humility and that joy, but equal measures of melancholia that kind of infused into a lot of his performances is stunning. He is wonderful in that film. I love It's Not Your Fault. I mean, come on, it's not your fucking fault. It's just unreal. And the fact that you don't even, the emotion, it's so rich emotionally, you don't even really buy into or really ponder too much on the fact that it's about like a mathematical genius. That's literally just, I think, for maybe when they were writing it, I imagine that was just a plot device through which they could kind of tell a story about a specific person. And my dad as well told me to watch it because it was a great film. He was like, great film, Mum, you got to watch it. Because there's a scene of the racing. My dad used to train greyhounds. So he was like, watch it. So yeah, I do love
recommendation.
Love that film.
I actually am clueless. I literally have not. Can you give me a clue?
I have tigers.
Oh, okay.
Rising up.
Really?
The first one.
Okay.
The first one. I don't know if you've seen it as well.
I'm shocked.
Are you?
Yeah.
I love that film. The first one, we'll say what you want about the rest of them. Some are good, some are great, some are not.
You haven't actually said the name of the film.
Rocky, come on. Oh my God, where do I start? First of all, I watched Sylvester Stallone's documentary a couple of years back, and it talks about, his start up in, like this little shitty little neighborhood in New York, his life and, the hardship that he faced, with an abusive father, and things like how it all came into fruition, and how he tried to become an actor and realized that he probably didn't have the chops to kind of make it in like just that. He wasn't really getting anywhere with that. And he thought, do you know what? I know I don't have everything to give the acting world, but I have something to give the industry. And he put pen to paper and he wrote that, and it was so like rooted in his own place at the time, I think, in life. And it's so heartfelt, and it's just brilliant. I love the dialogue. I think he's brilliant the way in which he writes dialogue. I think the way in which he builds up and develops characters is so compelling. Adrian's annoying as hell, but you kind of like her, and you kind of watch his like, I don't know. And he is kind of annoying as well, that character. But the way in which he makes you want to invest in him. I don't know. The film's very rugged for me aesthetically. It's very low budget. So I don't think is it an independent film? I'm not entirely, I can't remember. But it feels as if it is. They really took a gamble on it, I think, because he was virtually an unknown. And that film blew up. Yeah, and it won Best Picture at the Oscars. And rightly so. And if you watch him win the Oscar for Best Picture, he's wearing his little cuffed thing. He ain't got a tie on. He's just like a gormless sod just stood there. Oh my God. And I just love, not only just the film itself, I could go on about it. I love it. Burgess Meredith is Mickey. Unreal. And yeah, I think Sylvester Stallone's a stunning writer. Yeah. And I love this dialogue. And I'm very, very glad that he discovered that he had something to give, and he found it, and he didn't care to be like this big old Al Pacino actor. He just did what he did, and he did it well. And I do love all the Rocky films, but that first one is so rooted in like kind of emotional authenticity, and it's a story about the underdog. Next one.
I'm actually clueless. I feel like you don't really give much away in terms of you don't have film posters anywhere.
No, I don't. I do.
I'm trying to think. Is one with Leonardo DiCaprio? No. Really?
Sorry, sweetie.
See, to be fair, I mean,
I know. I love him.
Our favorite. No.
My favorite actor is probably Al Pacino. Is he in any of these?
Is
No, he actually isn't in any
See,
of them.
my favourite actor...
Could have put Scent of a Woman in
My
there.
favourite actress is Kate Winslet, but she's in none of mine. I knew you were going to
say that.
She's in none of mine.
Yeah, I think it's more these certain gems of performances in it. Okay, I'll give you a clue. One of them has won Best Picture at the Oscars in the past 10 years. Do you want me to just tell you it?
Yeah.
Spotlight.
Interesting. Okay.
I love... It's a true story.
Yeah.
The cast is brilliant. I love Michael Keaton. It's a very cold film. That film is very, very chilling. It's very cold, but aesthetically as well as thematically, it needed to be. It doesn't try and be anything than what it needs to be. It's a very, very important film, I believe, but it's just so... The whole objective, I think, for the filmmaker was it has to be to a T accurate.
Okay.
And it is. It feels like a documentary in parts.
Yeah.
It looks a bit like a documentary. I love how they don't shy away from anything. There's no airs and graces. It just does what it says in the tin. It's a phenomenally made film. The writing, everything, the performances, the dynamic of the whole Spotlight team, the way they work together. It does feel like a documentary.
No, it really does. The team, they casted that down to a T.
Yeah.
Like the chemistry between them all as well. Like the fact that you would believe...
I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it.
You do feel like you've literally just zoned in and they've been working together for however long.
Yeah, it looks so real, feels so real. It is, and it's not about... I like how it's a film about a bunch of journalists. And journalists, you could have easily delved further into them as people and the dynamic within the team, but they literally dedicated every single facet of it to just telling the story on behalf of all of these victims of the Catholic Church and the domestic, the child abuse that went on in that in Boston. And also, it uncovered the one thing about that film that they touched on, especially in the credits when all the messages came up. They touched on the fact that when that scandal was uncovered by the Boston Globe, by the Spotlight team, it was like a snowball effect, and there was people coming out of the woodworks all over America and all over the world, and it really that story unlocked so many deep dark secrets that exist within the Catholic Church. And I think the film depicted it in such a unflinching, really necessarily dismal way. And I just thought it was brilliant, and
it's very well made, that film.
Rachel McAdams, I loved seeing her get her props for that.
Yes,
great, love her.
Your final one, no idea.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, classic.
I love it. I went to see it in the cinema again.
So did I. I saw it
last
Christmas. Yeah.
Watched it with my mum.
It's my mum's favourite Christmas film.
I just love it. It was my dad's favourite Christmas film, and I just... The wholesomeness of it all, it just doesn't... It prescribes so gently such a lovely message about life and the importance of generosity
and community
and we're losing that in this day and age as well.
No, that's so true.
It's a very poignant sort of...
It never fails.
Story.
I will always well up at that film, no matter what. Like, I just
James
think the scene where everyone brings
Ella,
he's literally like,
when he looks around and he's like welling up and he's got his kid in his arms
literally.
And the bell goes. That does it for me. I weep every time. Like
his performance in that scene is just wow. Like, I remember,
it's unreal.
Every time I watch that, I'm just like, oh, you're insane.
He has that very similar to Robin Williams. He can do the very enthused that maybe not in the same way as Robin Williams. He didn't really do much
with his face, really.
No, but the subtlety of his performance in so many areas, and he actually Frank Capra cast him not just because of this, but he was a soldier in the war. And there's a lot of kind of underlying sort of relations to kind of post-war America and the nature of, how society was turning and all, the influx of, the circulation of more wealth and money and how people's prioritization of that. And it's just a story about this man who was just, it's so wholesome and rooted in such a lovely idea. And I just love the fact that it's not, his performance is very sort of, I think for a lot of films that made in that era as well, his performance is very... It differs from a lot of them in the sense that it's just so authentic and it doesn't... It feels real. Like, it feels really real. I love the plot as well. The plot is just... I don't know. And every time I'm watching it, I get such a sting whenever I see
feel like you can never
Potter and Pottersville and all this. And I just feel... I really invest in it. And I think because he's at the helm of it and because it's such a beautifully written film. And I think you could watch that at any stage of your life or with whatever's going on in society, and it'll always
resonate
somehow. And it'll always have something important to say, but it's still very gentle I
feel like it never runs out of messages, does it? Like, you pick up on different things every time you watch it, don't you?
But certain films, certain scenes do it for me.
That's
that scene at the end. It's one of them. Have you seen the video of David Lynch watching it crying?
No, I haven't.
It's like, I love it. But
love that.
My roundup is It's a Wonderful Life, not in any particular order. Spotlight, Rocky, Cinema Paradiso, and my wildcards, my two, were The Pianist and Good Will Hunting.
Love.
Yeah.
Stunning.
We went into detail.
We did.
I love how we were like, we're going to do like, little, we're not going to be like two.
No, but I feel like first episode, you need to get a good feel of what we like.
I feel like we could go on and on. I feel like when we talk about films that are coming out this year as well, we're going to go into more kind of like, probably going to still go into the detailed like analysis of it. Not necessarily reviews, because I feel like we probably always have things that we like.
Yeah.
We like films more than what we don't.
Our next episode, we're going to talk about film festivals that have happened this year and film festivals that are coming up. And then that leads us nicely into this year's award season, which we are very excited for. I feel like this is the first award season in a while that I'm buzzing to see every single film.
I can't even like the amount of films that are coming out.
Like, I don't know. I feel like, well, we'll talk about it. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone.
Thank you. If
Hope
you liked
enjoyed.
That, come back for more.
Come back for more. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. I think the past however many minutes has just proven that.
I know. I hope it's recorded.
I just thought that. What should not be recorded?
No, it's fine. But yeah, thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Bye.